Welcome to Mackenzie Creations. In this video, we are going to go over the Spellbinders Weekender kit. And I am so happy I received this in the mail a few days ago. So I'll get the box open and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I just wanted to show you when you first open a box, it'll come all packaged neatly like this. The Weekender 2026. This is the second Weekender that I'll be attending. I believe they are on the third one. I missed the first year, and then last year was the first year I participated, and I loved it. So this year they're having in-person and online. It's a virtual retreat at the end of May, and so I'm going to take the online classes. I believe these are sold out on Spellbinders, but they do have individual vendors that may still have this kit available. So I'll go ahead and open this. I am so excited. When I received the email, I was so excited about this. And so when you open it up, these are the materials inside. So I'm going to actually take everything out and put the box to the side. Okay, so included in the kit, you get a booklet and they go over all the cards you'll be making up. This is a 2-day event. I believe it's the end of May on Friday, May 29th and Saturday, May 30th. And so they have several instructors that'll be teaching the class. They have the supply list you need to make up the card. And then they have the instructions on how to make up the card. And then before the event, they do give you homework where you can do some prepping so that when you're making your cards up for the event, it'll go smoothly. And so because of copyright, I will not go through the booklet. So in the booklet, they give you everything you need for the craft event. So that's nice. So I took a peek and there's some beautiful cards that we're going to make up. Next, they give us some paper. So I'll just open this up. Okay, so I have the paper pack open and you get 28.5 by 5.5 sheets. So the first one is Peridot. The second one is Rainforest. Next we have Fern. Next is Saffron. We have Tuscan right here. Malibu. Oceanside. Windy. Cascade. Celestial. Pomegranate. Blush. Tutu. Dahlia. Carrot. Violet. Truffle. Fog. Anchor. And last we have Raven. And so when you open your paper pack, you just want to make sure you keep it in the order that it came in because they have the different colors listed out on here. So just a little tip there. You get a sheet of stamps right here. Go Wild Sentiments. Enjoy the adventure. Don't blend, be bold. Wishing you untamed joy. Go wild. Wildly thankful. Celebrate loud. Stay fierce. Happy birthday. It's your day. Go where your spirit feels alive. Hello. Life's a jungle. You're a force of nature. You were made to stand out. So those are some nice sentiments. Okay, next we have some stencil color block tropical stems. You get 5 4 3/4 by 6-inch layer stencils. So here's the back. They give you some examples here, but I'll open this up, so give me a moment. Okay, I'll just quickly hold these up. They do have the numbers on here. So this one is number 1. This is number 2. Let me grab a piece of paper. I just grabbed a piece of paper so we can see these a little better. So this is number 1 again. This is number 2. We have number 3. Here's number 4. And then we have number 5. And like I said, you probably can't see it, but they do have the number on here, so you'll know which stencil this is. And then they do have little brackets, so you'll know how to line your paper up correctly. So that's really nice. And again, I'm just showing you an example of what this will make up using the stencil. Next, we have a 3D embossing folder, Tropicana texture. So let me get this open. Okay, this is very nice. You can actually make up 2 different type of cards using this embossing folder. So on this side, you have foliage. And then on this side, you have foliage again, but it's like a frame. So this is very nice. You can get a lot of use out of this. And the embossing folder is 5.5 by 8.5. So that's nice. Next, we have some rubber ones. So let me get this open. Looks like we get a couple sheets here. Okay, so we get 2 sheets right here. So let me just turn this around. Well, some of them will be backwards. But you get this beautiful floral. And I'm not quite sure what this flower is called, but it's beautiful. And then you have this right here. And then you have this pretty one right here. And so you have Wildly Thankful, Bloom, Bold and Thrive, Life's a Jungle, Stay Fierce, Stay Wild. So that's nice. Next we have this one. And I love that they give you a lot of sentiments on here. Leave tame to someone else. Bold spirits can't be tamed. Celebrate loud. So you get this beautiful floral in a cup. You get this beautiful animal right here. I don't know if this is a jaguar or a leopard. I always get it confused. You get the toucan right here. And I believe these are some parrots. So really nice. And then they give you a stick so you can rub the transfers onto your project. So next you get a whole pack of dies right here. So let me get these open. Okay, so I won't take these out of the packaging. This is Tiki Toucan, and you get 22 cutting dies here. This is just so beautiful. And then these are the actual dies on the back. So I love Spellbinders because they give you a lot of dies. They are really detailed when this comes together. Next we have Rainforest Falls. And so this is really beautiful. And you get 26 cutting dies here. And these are the actual dies on the back. Next we have Huey the Chameleon, and you get 9 cutting dies. He is just so adorable. So here's the dies on the back. I'm so excited. Next we have Birds of Paradise. You get 8 cutting dies here. These are the back. Next we have Jungle Cat. And here are the dies. Next we have Jungle Blooms. And you get 14 cutting dies. And then these are the actual dies on the back. Next we have Go Wild Sentiments. And you get 12 cutting dies. And these cut out the sentiments that I just went over. So this is always nice to have the dies for the sentiments instead of having a fussy cut. It makes it much easier to have the dies. Okay, next we get some gems, and these are nice. They're different sizes right here. So you get it has like an opaque color to it. And then it looks like black right here. And you get 108 self-adhesive gems on here. And the sizes are 2mm, 3mm, 4mm, and 5mm. So these are nice to have. Next, we get a collectible pen. And this is Huey on the pen. So cute. I love this. And then last, it looks like we have some embellishments. So let me just get this out. Okay, these are really beautiful. So I'll just start holding some of these up. You get a ton of embellishments in here. Here we go. We get the jungle cat. Here is Huey again. You get a lot of different foliage. And I love when they give you the ephemera, because sometimes if you don't feel like stamping and cutting the die out and coloring, you can just use these ephemera pieces. And I believe that's the parrot. Here's another jungle cat. More florals. It looks like you get 2 of each of these ephemeras. Oh, look at the bird having a drink. And then last we have this window scene, which is very cute. And then they also give you these pieces. This is some type of pop out. I'm not quite sure what this does, but you get 2 of each. So this is of the toucan. And then we have the parrots. And if I get any of the birds wrong, I apologize. I'm not quite familiar. And then you get this bird right here. So I wonder what these make up. I'm not quite sure. They have some score lines on these. So you must bend them in and be able to make like a 3D project. So we'll see. So that was everything in my Weekender kit. Take care and see you in the next video.